All right, so it's been a week, and we are just offering you an update. I'm offering you an update on the minimal work that we've gotten to do this week. There's like a mental transition that happens when you go into owning a property. And after the first week, it doesn't feel super real yet. And that has been a little challenging on the, prioritizing, making time to get out there when we're both working and still have to maintain this house and pack this house and move that stuff, even though we don't even have a place to move it to really yet, or a place to sleep there yet, or really running water there yet. Excuse me. So, what we have done and what we've kind of decided is the first thing that we're going to do is get the road drivable by larger delivery trucks so that we can get what we need for the geodome shipped to the property, which is what we're going to do for the interim living situation. Then, so that is, we are in the process of renting a bobcat for next week, fingers crossed that next week that works out, and then getting the order done for the dome. The challenge is that we don't 100% know where we're putting it yet. We think we do know where we want to put it, but there's a mobile home in the way of it, so I don't know for sure. But it takes them 3 weeks to make that anyway happen, so be fine. What else we got going on? I have been working on doing inventory and cleaning out the stuff that we know is trash, and there's a lot of it. So we have just right now just massive sorted piles and reorganization of sheds. I haven't gotten too super far. It's been 102 to 110 degrees every day for the last several days, so we can't really bring our dogs with us because there's not a good place for them to stay cool there, and maybe next week. So they've been cushied up in our air-conditioned house here while we go do work, and maybe next week we'll be able to at least bring them with us so that we can be gone for longer, but also it just is really taxing. It's just there's a lot, and when it's super hot, it's hard to get it done. But I'll kind of show you what we've done so far this week in a couple clips up here, and you can let us know if you have any ideas for how we proceed. It'll be really fun to kind of see the progress, especially once we get the bobcat and we get the brush cutters and we get the chippers and things like that, because it's it's a lot of work, and we love it. It's so good. It's the good work, and we're super happy to do it. But it's a little daunting. So, hope you're having a wonderful day, and let's take this ride. Let's see what's up. What you doing?
What?
Say, what you doing?
Cutting this thing. Getting rid of a small fraction of the big overburden.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's get some loppers going. Gonna see what's behind here. I can just clip them if you get the good chunk of it, and then.
It's easier to flip it anyway. I just wanted to use a new tool. These are the same ones we had in front of the pond that I just got rid of.
Are they?
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like this thing works better for the smaller you guys. Little misleading.
That's pretty good. And that one. Done. Oh, sorry.
Hidden in here is a grow pot.
A couple of them.
At least one, two, another one over here.
And hopefully...
Oh, my sunglasses.
Oh boy. And your sunglasses, and hopefully a 62 Impala. Or,
Maybe a 62 Impala.
or a tractor, to where this is the only time we've got to do this by hand.
I know. Start with what you got, folks. Start with what you got.
By the way, found with the property,
Yeah.
along with every tool basically we need to build a geodesic dome.
Because we're meant to be here.
Oops, sorry.
You're chilling. Yeah, this was definitely like a not overgrown before.
Like grow cabinet back here. Ah, there we go. Need a bigger one if you don't mind pulling on that. Oh, hold on. I'm all tangled up. In this
Freaking, oh look, another shovel. What do you know?
Hold on. Pull it tight. Thank you.
Get this out of here. Oh, you can do a lot of damage in a few minutes with a machete.
Don't I know? So does, what is it, Nicole?
Yeah, I got it.
OJ's wife?
Oh, come on.
All too well. So does John Bobbitt.
Excuse me.
Fudge.
Get ya.
Yeah.
Blackberries are, oh man, it is
Ouch.
like pollen central up in here. First exposure is,
A full bag of Fox Farm soil.
well, yeah. We've got a folding table.
Yeah,
Got
we
this
did all
cute
that work.
lamp.
Show a picture of what we did. For a broken folding table.
Knocked all this out of here.
Oh, don't forget the
Plastic.
cabinet full of trash.
Plastic cabinet full of trash.
Really glad that we dedicated our first real venture into cleaning up the property to this.
We gotta start
It
somewhere.
was my idea.
It looks like maybe this was a awning, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think, yeah, looks like it could have been.
Like I think this is where they were trimming or something, because,
The table set up and
yeah.
I think they're just like their area of muster area, you know, there's drip line and rope and bungee cords. And
Yeah.
also learned is whoever grew their weed here didn't know what they were doing, and they were very messy, which is part of not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We're back at the property, and we have like 3.5 hours here today. We were supposed to be here yesterday for a long time, but then there was a fire by our house. When you live here, we didn't feel comfortable being an hour away from the dogs and being up here working when there was a fire 6 miles from our house. So our current house, not our new house. So we're here today, and then we'll probably come back tomorrow morning. We have some plans tonight. So my goal today, Brandon's going to be doing the actual hard work. And he's getting together a weed whacker right now to start clearing the road to make it possible for stuff to actually come through on the road, because the blackberries are getting out of hand. And then my goal is today to get this shed here, this one, all cleaned up. Or we're just going to get everything taken out of it and then get the shelving structure ready to go so that we can organize it and put all the tools in the appropriate place that are in there. And right now everything's just kind of piled up in there. So we'll get this going and get to work. Let's see what's going on. All right. So yeah, it's pretty good bones. But as you can see, there's plenty to do in here, so let's do it. See this thing? This is a refrigerator. Straight up. With a car charger. So I guess if you have lunch that you really want to keep cold while your car's running, I don't know. I feel like this guy was just trying to live two worlds. Like he was trying to live in the forest. This is a beautiful forest. I mean, god darn, this is a freaking beautiful forest. But it's like he was trying to live in the suburbs as well. He was trying to bring the suburbs to the forest or the forest to the suburbs, and they just never go well together. You just, like, embrace forest living. You don't need this much stuff if you're one person living by yourself in the forest. This is where I have to learn to have compassion for other people, because this makes absolutely no sense to me at all. Why do you have a refrigerator that gets plugged into a car that can literally not even hold a lunch? I don't understand it. So I will try and learn the compassion, and I know if I knew his story, I'd probably understand more. But it's also hot outside. I'm getting a little cranky. On the other hand, stuff like this, and this, and these is why we were so excited about this property, because we're gonna make sure that as much of this stuff that we can use, we do. And we're not gonna send a bunch of stuff to the landfill, even if it takes us a little longer to clean the property up, because we're trying to do this the right way. And when you buy an old abandoned weed farm and you have a dream of starting a food farm, there's a lot of stuff that is like set up and ready for you to start, because they have pretty similar requirements. So these will get used. This one we can use to install the wood flooring that we literally already have to go into the geodome. So that's cool. This other shit, I have no idea. Oh my god. I found our first fairy house. I'm gonna go set it up before Brandon finds it. It's gonna be a surprise. So it is day 2 of getting the shed kind of under wraps, and a couple things that I'm noticing. Well, first off, it's like 106 degrees today, and I got desert bones, so I can handle it, but that's like really hot for this area. So we're working through it, but I am starting to get kind of tired. But got most of the shed organized. There's been a deer running around here, and it just looks at us. It just stands there like, what are you doing here? It's hilarious. So the shed's organized. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. The shed is organized-ish. It's getting there. There's a giant pile of trash that we need to figure out what to do with. And on the floor of the shed, there are like potassium chloride water softener crystals everywhere. And like the bags are ripped open, and then there's some clothes bags, and I don't really know how to get rid of them. So, and yeah, we'll figure it out. Research, Google. I love Google. You know, for all that it is. Yeah, I'll show you around real quick. We got this giant pile of garbaggio. All 3 of these white bags are just VHSs, so that's cool, whatever. I still got a couple tools and stuff to put back in, but I wanted to get all of these softeners out of here and brush up all this gross rat poop and insulation. But we've got mostly, it's not the most rational organization, but car stuff, building stuff, tarps, kitchen stuff, gardening tools, house stuff, camping stuff, tools too. And then we've got this little shelf that's empty still, and we've got a bunch of our hand tools hanging out over here, and then lights and stuff over here. So that's where we're at so far. I'm gonna keep on chucking and figure out what to do with these water softener salts.